as a committee member.
All right, sounds great. Let's kneel down, ladies. So we're going to face forward and kneel down. So remember, if you cannot kneel in Seiza, you could cross your legs in front. If you're sitting in Seiza, try to make your knees as wide as your shoulders and place your fists on your thighs. And let's Shomen bow. Us. And please bow us in.
Matso.
Us, eyes closed.
Matso Yame.
Us.
Nidan, right. Kaicho Nire.
Us.
Nidame Nire.
Us.
Junshihan Robin Nire.
Us.
Senpai Nire.
Us.
Otogai Nire.
Us. And wonderful job. Okay, ladies, let's stand up. Make sure we have room to work and move our toes and bodies. Hands on your hips. Let's wiggle our toes. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shich, hach, ku, ju, and pick your right leg up. Let's circle. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go. Change directions. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go. And shake it out. Very good. Left leg up. Let's circle. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go. Change directions. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go. And shake it out. And put your feet together, hands on your knees. Let's circle. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go. Change directions. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go. And let's step out shoulder width. Let's go down and up. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shich, hach, ku, ju. And make those legs wider. So ladies, you're gonna stretch to your left. I'm stretching to my left. Here we go. Ichi. And turn, knee, go into that nice front lunge, keeping your back heel on the floor, stretching your hip flexor. And san, heel on the floor, toes up. Let's go the other way. Ichi, all the way to your right now. Knee, turn into that front lunge, keeping your left heel on the floor. And san, heel on the floor, toes up. Let's do it again. Ich, ni, san, and ich, ni, san. And let's sit all the way down, extending your left leg out in front of you so that we could stretch the backs of our legs, our hamstrings. And reach up and lower your chest to your front leg. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shich, hach, ku, ju. And then twist towards your bent knee and lower your chest towards your bent knee. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shich, hach, ku, ju. And change your legs, please. Sticking that right leg up, lower your chest to your knee. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shich, hach, ku, ju. And twist your bent knee. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shich, hach, ku, ju. Very good. Let's spread our legs out into a V. And we're going to stretch 2 counts left and then 2 counts right. So, ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, Shichi, Hachi, Ku, Ju. Give yourself a little twist. Now we're going to start, if we can, move our legs out a little bit wider apart, keeping those knees flat. 2 counts right, then 2 counts left. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. And this time we're going to walk our hands out down center. Remember, we're going to try to pivot from the hips, lowering our chest to the floor. We're just not going to curl our neck down to the floor. We want to try to keep our lower back straight. Here we go. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. And hold it. Take 1 breath in and exhale and try to reach a little bit farther forward. And then come on back. Let's put the bottoms of our feet together so we could rock on our sokuto, that knife edge. Here we go. And ichi, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shich, hach, ku, ju. Using your elbows, press your knees down to the floor, stretching your groin muscles. And give them a gentle shake, and let's stand up into Kibadachi, into our horse stance. So let's give us a nice deep horse stance. Good. And stand up tall with your hands behind your head. So we're going to walk our feet in. Remember, when we bend over at the waist, we're going to dangle our upper body like a rag doll, but we're going to turn our toes in. So ichi, ni, pull those heels in. San, turn those toes in, dangle like a rag doll. Shi, heels in. Go. Ruk. Shich. Hach. Ku, toes should be touching. Ju, heels should be touching. And reach up as high as you can on your balls of your feet, your chusoku. And clap. And reach to the floor as far as you can. Try not to bend your knees. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shich, hach, ku, ju. Grab your ankles, bring your head to your knees. Bend those knees and slowly roll up. Very good. Let's put our hands on our hips, our thumbs in our belts. Let's move our heads up and down. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shich, hach, ku, ju. Let's look side to side. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shich, hach, ku, ju. And let's circle. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Other way. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. And shrug those shoulders forward and back. Very good. Hands up for gasho. So ichi, push those hands together. You should feel your pectoral muscles, your chest muscles compressing or restricting as you go. Good. Out front, knee, that would be called flexing. Pull those hands in towards your chest as you're pressing those hands together. And san, squeeze and pull those hands up. And now fingertips up and press as hard as you can, still flexing your chest muscles, and shake those hands out. Very good. Roll those wrists forward and back, and let's pull our right foot in, nare. Good, all right, fantastic. So let's start out. Let's put both hands out, pull our right hand back in chamber. And we're just gonna do some punches. And you're going to add koteuke after every punch. Do you remember what that is?
No, I don't.
That's your punch and your upper forearm block. Okay? All right, Anita, we're going to punch right on center. Here we go. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, rik, shich, hach, ku, ju, hep. All right, we're going to do 10 more times. Okay, so now, Anne, when you do that koteuke, make sure that your fist ends up as high as your shoulder, not up here, because you're trying to protect your midsection.
Oh,
Okay, all right, here we go. 10 more punches. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, rik, shich, hach, ku, ju, hep. Good, so we're going to move our hand up to the face. So, ladies, we're going to start out. We're going to do 2 punches face each count. So just 1, 2 each count. Ready? So ichi, ni, san, shi, go, rik, shich, hach, ku, ju, hep. Good. And now let's punch low. 3 punches low each count. Ready? So ichi, ni, san, shi, go, rik, shich, hach, ku, ju. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now take that left hand, turn it out with your palm up and chambering your right hand. Shuto Gamanuchi. So Anita, Shuto is our knife edge. Gamanuchi is a roundhouse knife hand strike to the temple. So we're going to break it down. So 1, take your fingers and put them to your armpit. 2, put your right hand behind your head. 3, come all the way around and strike eye high, temple high. Good. Chambering your other hand. So pull that left hand back in. Yes, good. Let's try the other side. 1, 2, 3. Good. So the idea is that, ladies, you're striking to hit me right here in the temple. So as your hand comes around, you're using this knife edge to give me a strike right here to the temple. So as you come around, you can use me as your target. I'm okay with it. Or you could use your own face as a target, but your idea is that you're striking right to the temple. So we're going to break it down slowly 2 more times. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So Anita, each count you're just going to do 1 Shuto Gamanuchi. And I want you to do Shuto Gamanuchi, then bring that same hand up to your opposite ear, Shuto Uchi Uchi.
oh,
All right, ready? Here we go. So ichi. Yes. Ni. San. That's it. Now, Anita, just make sure that, yes, that left hand, when it's in chamber, it is palm open. Yes. So, good. Shi. Go.
Oops, I got mixed up that time.
You're all right. Take your time. Ruku. Shichi. Hachi. Ku. Last one. Ju. Yeah.
ha!
Good. All right. So, Ann, drop that elbow down a little bit more so your fingers are, yes, as high as your nose. Okay. So the next one is Shuto Sakotsu Uchi. Sakotsu is collarbone. So what we're about to do is a downward knife hand strike to the collarbone. So it prepares just like a Shuto Gamanuchi, but instead of our hand back this way coming around, our hand comes straight over the top. Now, this non-striking hand is important that we have it kind of like our elbow pointing forward. Because if you misjudge, you can block your face, or you could block your midsection. If you let it rest down here and you misjudge, you could get hit in the face. All right. So, and for you, I want Shuto Sakotuchi. Then I know Junchan Gale taught you Shuto Sakotuchi Komi. But your palm's not facing me, young lady. You are coming this way.
Oh.
Yes?
Oh.
Okay. So, Anita, we're just going to do a downward knife hand strike, and you're going to do one Shuto Sakotuchi, one Shuto Sakotuchi Komi. Okay? And after 5, and then you're going to change the order. Okay? I'll let you know when to change the order. Ready? Here we go. Ichi. Good. Just chamber that left hand. Yes. So, Ann, you're just in chamber, and you come straight out and snap up.
Oh.
Good. Yep. Ready? Knee. Yes, ma'am. Sun. She. Come straight out, Ann, and snap up, chambering your right hand. Go. Okay, and so now this time on the first count, you're going to strike down with your left hand and snap with your right hand, okay? Roku. Yes. Shichi.
Whoops.
Yeah, Anita, that's it. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Yeah. Good. So now, Ann, you do, Anita, you want to bend your elbow a little bit so that your fingertips are as high as your nose and your elbows down so you protect your ribs. If your fingers are straight like this, the small bones of your pinky hit the collarbone before the meaty part of your knife edge. So you really want to hit with this part right here. So you want to just make sure. All right, so Anita, we're going to now each count do right side, left side. And you're going to just do Shuto Sakotuchi Komi. So, Ann, you're just going to go 1, 2, each count. You're striking to the front of the collarbone, young lady. Anita and I, we're chopping to the top of the collarbone. Ready? Here we go. Ichi.
Whoops, I got mixed up on that one. So
You're all right. Take your time.
1 and 2.
Good. So change your hands. Ready? Knee. So 1, 2, strike. And 1, 2, strike. Sun. Good. She. Go. Rook. Shich. Hutch. Ku. And Ju. Yeah.
Hey,
Good. Let's pull our right foot in. All right. Good. Shake those arms out. We've done a lot of upper body, so it only makes sense for us to now do push-ups. So we're going to do push-ups. So again, remember, Anita, as a white belt, you can use your knees as you do knuckle push-ups. If the knuckle push-ups are challenging for you, then I'm going to ask you to do shote, which is just your palm heel on the floor on your toes. So you can be on your knees and your knuckles or on your toes and your palm heels. And I want shuto from you. As a blue belt, shuto. Okay? All right, so let's get down. What are you choosing, Anita? Knuckles and knees or toes and shote?
I'm going to try toes and shote.
All right, here we go. Ready? Ichi. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Shich. Hach. Ku. Ju. Yeah. All right. Fantastic. All right. Roll over on your backs because now it's time to do a little abdominal work. So what we're going to do, ladies, is we're going to lay flat on our backs and we're going to put our arms out to make a letter T and we're going to bend our knees. And all we're going to do is we're going to let our knees drop to the side without touching the floor, come all the way back to the center, and then drop to the other side and come back. If that is too easy for you, the more aggressive challenge is legs straight up and bring your legs to the side and come back to the center and legs to the side and come back to the center. One direction and back to the middle counts as one. We're going to do 20 times. Ready? So here we go. Ichi. This is great for the love handle region. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Shich. Hach. Ku. Ju. Juichi. Juni. Jusan. Jushi. Jugo. Juruk. Jushich. Juhach. Juku. Niju. Good. Now hug those knees to your chest and roll over onto your right side for Yoko Kyagegiri. Yoko Kyagegiri. So we're going to stay laying on the floor. And hopefully you can see me. I am laying on my side like someone has just thrown me to the floor. And I have my ankles stacked on top of each other. And I have my knees stacked on top of each other. And I have my hands up in a defensive position. Curling my big toe up and my little toes down. I'm making my side blade, my sokuto. And we're going to just swing our legs straight up and down for Yoko Kyagegiri. Ready? So Ichi. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Shich. Hach. Ku. Now this last one, you have to hold your leg up in the air. Ju, hold it all the way up. Hold it. And count to 10 in Japanese, please.
Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, ju.
Anita, count to 10 in Japanese. If you need help, let me know.
Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, ju.
Wonderful. Everyone lift your leg 1 inch higher. And all the way down. Woo! Fantastic. Let's roll to the other side. So again, now you're on your left side. Your ankles are stacked on top of each other. Your knees are stacked on top of each other. You're going to point your big toe up and curl those little toes down. And we're going to swing our legs up and down. Here we go. Ichi. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Shich. Hach. Ku. Hold this one up. Ju. Yeah. And count to 10 again.
Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, ju.
And Anita.
Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, ju.
Lift your leg 1 inch higher. And all the way down. Woo! Fantastic. Okay, take 1 second to stretch your butt muscles out a little bit. We're going to be working on Mawashi Giri and Yoko Giri today. So just take a second to stretch. One way you can do that is extend your left leg and cross your right knee over your left leg and then hug your knee to your chest. And you'll feel your butt muscles stretching. If you're not feeling that enough, you're going to take your left elbow and twist and really push that knee across your midline. And then please do that with your other leg as well. We don't want one stretched tushy and then one not so stretched tushy. Fantastic. And let's stand up, please. So you are invited, if you need a chair for balance, to grab one. If you feel like you're okay with balance, then do not grab a chair. But we're going to work on our roundhouse kick, Mawashi Giri. So the chamber for a roundhouse kick, in a front snap kick, we chamber like this. In a roundhouse kick, we chamber out here. So the goal is to try to make sure that your knee and your ankle are in a parallel line. If you notice, my leg wasn't super high. I don't have a lot of hip flexibility. So your goal is, I would rather you have a lower chamber if you can maintain your legs off to the side in a horizontal pattern than for you to bring out like this or like this. So the idea is that for now, we're going to stand in a parallel stance. You can grab onto a t-shirt or just hold your hands out in front. And all I want you to do is bring your right leg up in chamber and bring it down. Good. The idea is to try to get your knee in the same level as your heel. Don't let your heel get higher than your knee. That puts too much pressure on your inner knee. So ready? 1, bring your knee up in chamber and bring it down. If you would like, you can grab a chair for balance or tighten your core. So 1, bring your knee up in chamber. And now extend your leg out and back and down. Oh, I was losing my balance. And can you lift your knee a little bit higher? So 1 up. All I can ask you to do is try and out and back and down. Good. Let's try the other side. Now, this is not a roundhouse kick. This is just practicing what the leg does. The roundhouse kick means we have to pivot and draw half a circle. But let's try our left leg in the air now. So 1 up. Try to get that knee and that ankle in a straight line and all the way down. So one of the things that I often do to help me get the feel of it is I have like a chair here and I bring my leg up in chamber so that I am over the little chair. Okay. So this time when we bring our leg up, we're going to try to extend our leg up and over. So 1 up in chamber, 2 out, 3 back, and 4 down. Yeah. And you need to put it on your side more to practice getting your leg up and over. Yes, ma'am. And then 1 up, 2 out, 3 back, and 4 down. So now we're going to do the pivot part, because that's where the power and the roundhouse kick comes. So I'm going to move this off to the side, and all we're going to do is slide your right leg back and put your hands up. So 1, we're going to bring our leg up in chamber to the side. 2, we're going to pivot so that your knee is towards the camera. 3, extend your leg out, bring it back in chamber and all the way down. So now, Anita, I'm having a hard time seeing from your shirt down.
Yeah, let me, I'm going to move this. I'm going to see if I can move this down.
Okay, just that way I could be able to give you some feedback.
Yeah, I'm going to get a chair that's lower.
Okay.
Here we go.
Good. So that way I'll be able to, yes, ma'am. Then I could give you a little feedback. So we've got our right leg back. So everyone, 1, up in chamber. 2, pivot. Stick that leg out. So right towards the camera, Anita. 3, back in chamber. And 4 down.
Okay, I gotta move it again, so I have more.
Yeah, it's not cool if you kick your computer.
Right.
Never cool. Because then we don't get to see you because it's on the ground and it's broken and that's not fun.
And
All
then-
right. Ready? So we're going to do one more time. Ready? 1 up in chamber. 2, pivot. Extend your leg out. Bring it back. Extend your leg out again. Bring it back and pivot all the way down. So if you do it properly, the leg that's kicking, you might feel your gluteus medius and your gluteus maximus, your butt muscles, kind of squawking at you saying, what? So now we're going to go a little bit faster. So it's going to look like this. And we're going to pivot and we're going to kick and we're going to come back. So on each count, pivot, kick, and come back. And young lady, you owe me 2 roundhouse kicks each count. Without touching down, young lady.
That's why I brought this out.
All right, Anita, we're just going to do 1 to start. Ready? So ichi. Good. Now, Anita, I'm going to show you with my hand what should happen to your foot. So here's your foot facing forward. As you pivot, your foot should be turning sideways, and then it comes back and down. Okay, so, and you're pivoting not on your heel because that makes you have a lot of surface area to go. Try to pivot on the ball of your foot. Okay, knee. Yes, there you go, good. And ladies, don't forget to breathe. There was just this huge vacuum that occurred as you both went and stopped breathing. Ready, sun. Yes. She. And one more time with a strong ki. Go. Yep. Good. Change your legs. So now you have your left leg back. And we're going to try first practicing it slow motion so we can pivot. So we've got our left leg behind us. Our hands are up or holding onto a t-shirt or a gi top. 1, bring your leg up in chamber. 2, pivot towards the screen. Kick your leg out. Bring it back in chamber and all the way down. Really try to engage your core and your rear end muscles so that it can help you have good balance. 1 up in chamber. 2, pivot, extend out, back, and all the way down. 1 more time, slow motion, because I'm a believer of balance. I'm going to make you stick your leg out and bring it back and stick your leg and bring it back like I did last time. So 1 up in chamber, 2, pivot, extend your leg out. Woo! Keep my own balance, bring it back, extend your leg out, bring it back, and all the way down. Okay, so now, 5 kicks on this side and 2 kicks each count. Anita, 1 kick each count. Ready? So ichi. And make sure you're pivoting more on the non-kicking foot. Your toes are pointing too far towards me. I want your toes pointing towards the chair when you pivot, okay? Knee. Do you know what I mean, Ann? Okay, you need to pivot a little bit more. Your toes are still facing too much towards the screen. I want your toes to literally turn. Show me just pivoting so you're facing that side wall. Even more, even more. Yes, that's how far I want you to pivot on that foot, okay? And then pivot back.
I need some talcum powder or something. I still have that sticky problem.
Well, get your heel off the floor a little bit more. Ready? Sun. Yes. She. And 1 more time with a ki. Go. Good. Change your legs. So Anita, now you're going to try to do 2 roundhouse kicks without stepping down. So when you come, I want to see 1, 2, and then all the way back. And put your right leg behind you for uchi moashigiri, that inside crescent kick that Junxian Gail showed you. I just showed it to you, dear. Look at me. Inside, outside crescent.
Us.
Okay, so here we go. So Anita, I'm going to help Ann because I think you can handle the 2 roundhouse kicks without my help. Yes?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Ready? Ichi. So inside, outside, Ann. Yes. Good. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Yep.
Right.
Good. Change your legs. We've got 5 to go on this side. Ready? Ichi. Knee. Pivot a little more. And no, actually, Ann, you don't need to pivot at all. You're doing inside crescent. Sun. She. And go. Yep. Very good. So we're going to nare. We're going to pull our rear foot forward. Nare. Okay, good. Shake it out. So, Anita, we've done Shuto Gamanuchi with you and Shuto Sakotsuchi. Today, next we have to do Shuto Uchi Uchi. You might remember you did an inside middle block that sounded like Uchi Uchi, but Uchi Uke. So in this situation, we take our right knife hand, stack it over our left ear, palm facing you. Stack your left hand on top. Just make it a sandwich, like a stack, palm to back of hand. And you're going to strike out front. Good. And you're going to do Shuto Hizo Uchi. So take your left hand to your armpit and put your right hand in the air. And you're going to come down and strike.
Us.
Chambering your left hand, young lady. And see how I have my wrist bent?
Us.
So that when you strike, your wrist is bent. All right. Anita, I noticed that you put your hands like sleeping.
Mhm.
I want you to take, instead of having them palm to palm, I want you to turn your right hand towards your ear and have left palm to right back of hand. And then you come out and strike. Okay? Yes, ma'am. That little, at that last minute going from here to here, that snap is where you get your power and can inflict some damage. Okay? So, Ann, you're going to put your right hand up, left hand to your armpit, and you're going to come down across. Anita, we're going to put our right hand on the inside. Ready? So, Ichi. Good. Now, Ann, you're going to do your left hand. Anita, we're going to do our left hand. Left hand over our right ear. And put stack knee. Now, Ann, don't forget you have 2 hands, young lady, so put that other hand to your armpit. Good. Now, keep that hand like that. Don't do this to me. Hold it out. And then the very next count, this hand's going to go to your armpit, this hand above your head. And Anita, your right hand's going to go up to your left ear. Sun. Yes, ma'am. She. Left hand up, Ann. Yes. Go. Rook. Shit. Hutch. Bless you. Coo. And last one with the ki. Do. Very good. And let's nare. So ladies, at this point, do you have any questions for me?
I know I'll probably think of 1,000 ones when we.
Not a worry. Not a worry. Remember, this is your shuto, your knife hand. In order to make it a strong knife hand, you must tighten this thumb against your hand. You don't want it loose and hanging out. It makes this side of your knife edge soft. You want to tighten that thumb, squeeze those fingers tightly. It makes this part more painful and more to damage with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ann, how about you? Do you have any questions for me tonight, young lady?
Don't think so. I'm hoping that maybe I can skip the meeting, but I'm not too sure I can.
You know what, young lady, you make lots of classes. So if you have a commitment to your church, you should follow your commitment to your church, and we'll get you the next class. Now, ladies, there is a class tonight, a meditation class with Junxian Gale at 7:30. So if you're in the need for some meditation, it's a great class to join. It is on Zoom. So let's finish with our bowing out. Anita, do you think you're ready to try to bow us out?
No, not yet.
Okay, so Anne, that means you are. Say Mokso.
I'm still getting down. There.
Oh, sorry.
Matso.
Os, eyes closed.
Matso Yame.
Os,
Us.
Kaicho Nire.
os,
Nidame Nire.
os,
Junshihan Robin Nire.
os,
Senpai Nire.
os,
Otogai Nire.
os. Wonderful job. And let's stand up, please. So this Saturday,